Hi, my name is Sofia Escocera, and today I'll be demoing my Unit 1 project titled Row of Houses. I will begin by explaining the triangle block. I have made a block where the sprite draws a triangle and has size as an input number. In this block, the sprite points to the right so that it can create a triangle where the tip of the triangle points upwards so that it can look like a roof. The next two lines of code repeat 3 times to create the actual shape of a triangle. The next line of code makes the sprite move X amount of steps, where the value of X is depending on what size is inputted. The sprite then turns 120 degrees to create an equilateral triangle. I will now demo this code with the input being 100. Now I will explain the square block. Similar to the triangle block, the sprite has to move an X amount of steps depending on the input number. In this block, the sprite turns clockwise 90 degrees and repeats these 2 actions 4 times to create the square shape. I will now demo this code with the input being 100. The house block is a triangle and square block put together with the triangle drawn first and the square second. The last line of code in the house block has the sprite move X amount of steps to end up on the top left corner of the square. This line of code makes it easier to create side-by-side houses in the row of houses block. I will now demonstrate this code with the input being 100. In the row of houses block, the sprite begins at the point where the X value is negative 210 and the Y value is 0. It has the house block repeat itself until the X value added onto the size or input number is over 210, at which point the sprite stops drawing. For example, if the size is 100, then there will be 4 houses drawn and the sprite stops where the X value is 190, as if the sprite drew the next house, it would go over 210. I will now demonstrate this code with the input being 100.